Oh, Freeze says I will be their third. All right. That's a team. So we got Shaq, Speed, and and Frizz. Shaq hates Speed. So Godsmilla, Calyx, and Ocelon. You are a team. Congrats. Oh, Ocelon says he has a bug where he can't type. That's okay, Ocelon. Don't worry about it. We'll do all the typing for you. I reckon all these guys are using comms for this. That's what I'm. That's what, if I understand what they're talking about in the chat down there at the bottom right. I think I've kept up to date with all of the alerts so far, I believe. So, oh, there we go. So, yep, we did have the right teams. We do have the right teams. Speed, Chakaron, and Frizz going up against Calyx, Godsmilla, and Ocelon. I think Godsmilla is German. Can anybody confirm that? Is Godsmilla German? I think he is. So we get 2 Germans and a Dutchman versus 2 Englishmen and wherever Frizz is from. I think Frizz is Danish, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Have I remembered this correctly? I hope I have. That's the nationalities we got here. A fully European lobby and an early goal from Chakaron, who jokingly tweeted out that he'd retired from Rocket League, but of course he was kidding. He said he's going to retire when football comes home, and it didn't. So he's still playing Rocket League. That's probably the best reason for football not coming home this year. So yeah, Germany. Does Germany border with Netherlands? Yes, of course it does. What am I talking about? So these guys are pretty much all friends. Also, Godsmill and Calyx. England, however, does not border with Denmark. I hope that doesn't cause any problems for the blue team here. So far so good. Chakaron just boomed in a shot as Calyx attempts an air dribble. Godsmiller comes into the rescue when he fails his launch. What's rank X? Rank X is the rank below rank S, and rank S is the highest rank in the 6-man's Discord. It is comprised mostly of RLCS players, and it's a practice area, I guess you could call it, a practice server for players in RLCS who are wanting to just queue up at any time of day and not have to play ranked to get their practice in. Here's Calyx and Ocelon. Remember, this is a boomer ball, so these shots are going to be so hard to save. The majority of goals that were scored in the 1v1 that we casted were long shots. There is a long shot from Godsmilla. Would not have been defended, but it's gone wide. Frizz trying to control the ball in the back wall, but it's kicked off really far. Speed, just like his name says, quickly puts the ball into the net. 2-0 to the blue team. This is just all Speed. Really nice block on Godsmilla's, or not Godsmilla, it was Ocelon's attempted interception there. Very well done. Yeah, Ocelon is definitely Dutch, I can tell you that much. That's 100%. Speed and Chakaron are both 100% English, and Calyx is 100% German. Godsmilla is the only one that I wasn't really sure about. Godsmilla and Freeze are the only ones that I wasn't really sure about before this lobby started. Boomer from Ocelon downfield. Frizz trying to collect. This time he does so. That's a great pass out to the midfield. Speed is waiting. He's launched another shot on net. Ocelon already making a return into the goal area. They've got to watch out for those. And look at this. Speed of Chakaron getting into the middle. He's looking like he might be the player most accustomed to this map so far. Great control. Really good speed as well. Getting up to the ball. He didn't have to lean into that aerial much in the slightest. He's the best German Rocket League player. I think, well, the most successful German Rocket League player has got to be Pashi, right? I don't think that there's a more successful German Rocket League player. Is there? You guys might know someone that I'm forgetting here. Because Pashi's been to the most majors out of any German player, I believe. And he's made a RLCS Grand Final. That was Season 2, of course. Then Siki came 4th at RLCS Season 3. And what was it? Did he come 5th at RLCS Season 2, I believe? So there, you know, Siki's a 3-time land boy also. RLCS Season 1 didn't do so well, but nor did Pashi. They're probably the 2 most successful German players. Is anybody I've forgotten? I don't think I've forgotten anybody. That was an attempted pinch from Chakaron. The ball's going a bit too quick for him to keep under control, though. There's an interesting recovery path by Godsmilla. Ramping up onto the ceiling just so he can jump back down again. But it's been all the blue team with all of the chances. That's a huge opportunity gone completely messed up for Ocelon. If he'd hit that shot a little bit lighter, or, you know, not caught the ball as thick as he did, there's a chance. Wow, look at the passing from Friss and Chakaron. But yeah, like I said, there was a chance for Ocelon to doink in a shot with a very deft redirect, but he went for a more of a boomer contact, which would have been necessary on a normal Rocket League ball. But this is not the normal Rocket League ball. This is the 13th anniversary. I keep saying 13th. It's the 10th month, or 10th year anniversary ball. I give up. It's the anniversary ball. It's a mini boomer, and thus you don't need to hit it quite as hard for it to go really, really quickly. That might be on target. Calyx is there to keep it out. How about that 4-0 for the blue team? Interesting path there for Ocelon. Up one side of the post, just to try and clear the ball off the other side. Killer number 7. Yeah, Killer number 7 has had a little bit of success. He's never made a RLCS LAN, though, so he's definitely not in the same conversation as Pashi and Siki for successful German players. Are Pashi and Siki the only RLCS German players? I believe that they are. I believe that they are. USA's got to be the country with the most RLCS players. Maybe Australia, second place. I'm not sure about that statistic. Good little bump there by Chakaron. Always a good idea if you've missed an aerial. Oh yeah, of course, Freaky. What am I talking about? Freaky did make one. The most recent one. He just made the single RLCS line, I believe. Yeah, like I was saying, if you do miss an aerial in 3v3 and you're landing in the opposition half, that's a perfect time to just go for a off-the-ball bump play. Nice save by Friss. He's trying to keep the clean sheet intact. The game is already all but secure for the blue team. Chakaron on his speed, despite apparently hating each other, which I don't think is true. They're both far too nice to have that emotion as part of their personalities. Especially Chakaron. What a lovely guy. Oh, did you look at that? The game can finish when the ball hits the top of the crossbar. Wow, that's that's disappointing. I was hoping the ball would bounce off the top of the crossbar. I can give out my Discord to people. Why is my Steam not working? Who said that they needed it? Everybody. XD. Everybody needs it. That's funny. I don't even know who is still in this lobby. Back in the day, everybody had my Discord. Then it just became a massive pleb fest. All of the plebs joined, which, you know, nothing wrong with that. Needs better organization to make it great again. See, back in the day when my Discord was the greatest Discord in the entire Rocket League scene, it was very disorganized. Nobody really used it. You know, I messaged these boys about 20 or so minutes ago, asking if they wanted to play this show match. There was a couple of other people I asked if they to join, and they didn't reply. And you know, that's what we do here. We just keep on messaging people until we have a full lobby. Just spam, you know, just spam everybody. So Yukio is one of those players, and he just messaged me back when. So good to know Yukio's still alive and well. It's an interesting dunk attempt by Ocelon. And when I say interesting, I mean incredibly foolish and not advisable. Chakaron with another shot, but he's going to pass it out to speed. Godsmiller with the read, though. And Ocelon is up for the attempted rebound. He's just flopping around, is Ocelon, for lack of a better description. At least he got a boost steal. It's something to show for his trouble. I don't know why Ocelon is up for this. Godsmiller had a far better angle. Ocelon is single-handedly destroying the rotation of the blue team right now. And it's not, or the orange team. It's not surprising to see a counter-attack going in favor of the blue. It's Ocelon with a great pass as well to speed. Yukio's just tuned into the stream and realized it's too late. Yukio, you should have just been smelly and played a threes stadium match. No, but you don't need to shower. You're a gamer. Who are you really going to interact with next, right? Although I take that back. Listen, if you guys are tilted, shouting is a great way to reset. I would recommend shouting, coffee, scoring, all good options. Ocelon with the what a save here. It's got double application, of course, because Speed and Chakaron both missed the ball. A very nice little aerial display that they made there. I enjoyed that one. It was very good. With the ball being slightly faster, they can blame everything that goes wrong on the 10th year anniversary ball. We got it right this time. But in the future, I'm sure we'll do a regular Rocket League ball match on Stadium. This week has been so far all about the 10th year anniversary map ball speed. But I do want to see how this map plays with the regular ball. I reckon when you slow down the ball a little bit by making it heavier. Of course, the ball size is exactly the same, but look at the power that Gosmilla was able to get in that shot. Really quite something. I do think that the ball will stay behind the goal a lot more when it's a slower ball. And that could be frustrating for some players if the ball just gets stuck back there. But it could also be interesting. Flip reset for Godsmilla there. He's going to try and use it. And he might have done something useful also on into the crossbar. Godsmilla flying up so fast. You really can get up ridiculously fast if you fly off the ramp. And then fast aerial as well. Also with it. Another great shot opportunity. He's flopping all over the place this game is Ocelon. Needs to get his act together, I think. Cinedin, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. I appreciate that. Calix deciding to go back down to the ground. I think that pre-jump by him was just in hope that the ball would come in the general area that he's in. Agreed, Jesse is an X-class player. Jesse is an X-Man, for sure. I reckon he should be in rank X because he's one of the X-Men. Anybody who watches his stream would know this. But what do you guys think? I reckon there will be more plays made with the lighter ball from behind the goal, as in like rolling the ball up the back of the goal. It's not going to be easy. It's definitely possible though. I've been doing some just theory crafting about this, and I think that if you want to see plays happen where one player rolls the ball up the back of the goal to try and exploit or create an opportunity, I can't decide whether 2v2 or 3v3 is the place where that's going to be most useful. Obviously in 2v2 it's such a big risk to roll the ball over the goal. This like Speed is driving right now. That backflip by Speed might have been intentional. He was trying not to ramp up into the air. The backflip of course killed his momentum, allowed him to land
hey Johnny
on all
boy,
4 wheels.
Looks like you blew a seal. Am I right? Flowers, flowers, butterfly joyful. Thank
you Aaron Segura for the 5 months in a row. That is very much appreciated. This is another great defensive play by the orange team. This has, been good shooting by the blue, but the defending by Ocelon in particular, and there also, I think it was Calix, has been quite suspect. They need to sort themselves out. Look at that double touch center ball by Speed. Unintentional, but beautiful. Chacaron continuing to dominate the midfield with power shots. Ocelon and Godsmilla look like they belong more in a freestyling montage than a Series 3's lobby. Oh, Frisk, what was that? He's just shanked the shot completely wide, and Speed's done the same thing. These shots have gone so far wide, it would have been a throw-in in football. What is happening in this 3's lobby? I don't know what I'm looking at really right now. Calix, he knows what he's looking at because he's got the high ground. He's just going to spectate the game from up high. It's a very nice view from up here, I will say that much. And you can make some dive bomb saves, or at least try to. Remember, you can't dodge down or up in Rocket League for that matter. So you're not going to have much success attempting that. So many players having to fly back down after overshooting their takeoff from the backboard. When I say backboard, it's more like the back ramp in this case. The blue team looking for the sweep. They're already up by 1. I didn't put a scoreboard on the screen, did I? For this one, but it is currently 1-0 in games and about to be 2-0 with how things are going. I think the shot total in anniversary map, the stadium map, does count up a little bit better than it does in, say, Hoops, for example. Hoops, of course, doesn't count shots very well at all. Shots or saves for that matter. It's a really good shot by Calix. Godsmilla centering it off the back wall. And that is interesting. That might be one of the first plays that we've seen happen from behind the goal into the center of the box. I really do think if we saw a tournament with this map and teams actually practice, that would be one of the most dangerous ways to set up shots. I really do think it would be. Here it is again, the backboard being made use, and again it's at the top of the crossbar, and that's GG. I don't like that at all. I reckon that needs to be changed, Psyonix. If you ask me, that should be a play-on situation. What do you guys think? Both games, it's ended when the ball's hit the top of the crossbar. That's not the ground, in my opinion. That's not the ground, and therefore, it should be a play on. The ball should bounce off that. I know it's a flat surface, but it's not the ground, that's for sure. Yeah. Looks like you guys mostly agree. Magic Chef, thanks for the Prime sub. I do really appreciate that, my man. So reverse sweep is necessary for the orange team. The double German, single Dutchman team has been doing pretty badly so far, but wow, Oslan's just walked in a long shot. This is something that would definitely not work without the anniversary ball. Look at the speed that he's able to get on that shot with a side flip. And he's going to drop another what a save. Oh, it's Godsmilla this time. Dropping the what a save. Trying to get inside the heads of his opponents. It's not been working so far. You just came from watching on YouTube? JC Games, welcome. What video were you watching? Or were you watching any of my videos or another channel? I don't really mind. Just curious. I'm always wondering what videos you guys watch, because for me, of course, I've seen them all. I record them live, so I've seen them all before. But for you, it could be like a 2-week-old video, a month-old video, yesterday's video. I never really know how. I honestly don't know how some of my old videos get so many views. Some of my really, really old videos get thousands and thousands of views every day, and I don't know where they're coming from. I really don't. Like, who are these people who watch these videos? Like the Dominus Domino Effect goal. Who watches this video still? It's got like 1,050,000 views. Who are these people? I don't know. Noah raises a good question. Do eggs come from eggplants? Thought we already discussed this. It's a shame that Speed wasn't able to read that one. It would have been nice to see a prediction play as the ball bounces off the crossbar. It's something that should be possible to read pretty early on into the future for stadium competitive matches. Another bump by the blue team. That's Godsmilla and Calix this time making contact. YouTube recommends them often on the side. Yeah, and it must be just not subscribe. It's got to be people who aren't really Rocket League fans. They just come and watch a really old video. Right, Frisk solo defending for the time being, but it doesn't really matter because this is the biggest meal I've ever seen a team make of a clear ball. What on earth are Calix, Oslan, and Godsmilla doing? Oslan and Godsmilla just pinched the ball into the ceiling and it's bounced off their crossbar into the box for Shakaron to finish. Not how you clear the ball in any map, far less stadium. Thanks D-Hag for the tier 1 sub, I do appreciate that. There's so many new subs today already. That's really kind of you guys. You binged a lot of videos when you first found me? Yeah, I imagine that's what a lot of people do. They just see one video and they like it and then they binge a whole bunch of videos. Makes sense. I've done that for loads of YouTube channels in the past. Not really Rocket League channels, but random channels. Like, I don't know, what channel have I binged in the past? I've definitely binged the Primitive Technology. When I found Primitive Technology for the first time, oh my goodness, I watched every single video. The old videos, they're fun to watch. What? What are you saying? The new ones aren't fun? Oh no, I've lost my touch. See, this is the trick with my YouTube channel, is my voice is so boring that people fall asleep while watching one of my videos, and then YouTube just autoplays like another 50 of my videos while they're sleeping, and that's where I get my ad revenue from. That's where it's from. Primitive Technology? Yeah, such a good channel. Bad Lip Reading is a banger of a channel. That sounds really good, yeah. There used to be a Bad Lip Reading channel for League of Legends interviews. Nobody's done that for Rocket League interviews. Maybe I should do that. Just do a Bad Lip Reading on Rocket League interviews for the next RLCS. What do you reckon? Would you guys watch that? Bad Lip Reading RLCS edition? It could be that could be a lot of fun to make. Not gonna lie. I wonder who I could get in as a voice actor, because I don't do many voices. My voices are just really stupid. Making the content for that, like, you would, oh my goodness, you would have to spend so long, like, putting together that content. Really, it would be insane. You'd have to be just scouting over hours and hours of footage to try and find things that look funny. You volunteer? Yeah, I'm sure we could get some interesting voice actors in here. Quite a J-Man38, thanks for the prime sub. I really appreciate that. Did I know Lenny's the best mod in my stream? I don't know about that. We'll have to take a vote, I think. If you think Lenny's the best mod in the stream, press 1. Any other number can do for no. I think if Lenny's the best mod, then blue team are going to sweep this series. It's 2-all right now. They're just a goal away from sweeping, but also a goal away from not sweeping. And this is, albeit the not clean performance. What is this by speed? Okay, he might actually make contact, funnily enough. But there have been a few questionable pre-jumps in this lobby. Good speed by Friss on the turnaround. The man who I really want to be called Fridge. If he like renamed himself to Fridge full time, that would really make me happy, because he used to be called Frizzish, which was a difficult name to pronounce and a bit of a mouthful to type as well. But Fridge, clean, doesn't make sense. Like, why is a Fridge playing Rocket League? That doesn't make any sense at all. Fridge is doing anything apart from keeping food cold doesn't make sense if you think about it. But for now, he's Friss. Chacaron. That's just, Chacaron's got one of the best names in Rocket League to shout when he scores a goal. That's definitely a fun one. Here he comes again. Chacaron! A big dunk into the middle. And Fridge! Oh, he's doing his best Justin impression, but he couldn't pull it off. Still an opportunity for the blue team. Speed is up very early for this one. Chacaron's got to be careful, actually. He's the only man in the midfield. Oh, wow. That would have been a really bad center ball for the orange team, but they've grounded it, fortunately for them. And into overtime we go. This is the last chance for Russell and Calix and Godsmilla. If they want to continue on in this series, they need to score the next goal. One more goal for Speed Chacaron or Friss will put them out. We saw a sweep yesterday in the anniversary map, and we might have one today, but that's a bit of an unfortunate center ball by Friss. Both teams centering it for the wrong way, and this is not the right idea by Chacaron. Instead of going back to goal, he's gone round the back of the goal, and Godsmilla's got the entire goal to aim at. I was wondering if Chacaron is going to go for that glitch play, where he tries to go through the back of the goal, like we saw OSM do yesterday. Friss has just left the lobby. Did you think he'd lost this? You have not lost this map, Friss. You in fact won the first 2 games. Maybe he forgot that he won them both. Alright, Friss is back 2-1. Remember when you were using your iPhone headphones? Yes, I do. I do remember that. I didn't buy this headset for the headphones. As far as I'm concerned, like when I'm streaming, I don't really care how good the sound quality is. As long as I can hear what my stream are hearing, that's all I'm happy about. That's all I need. So I used to use iPhone headphones for streaming because I didn't need to have good sound quality. It didn't improve the quality of my stream at all if I had good sound quality. And I actually used to, when I was casting, I would only use one of them because I wanted to be able to hear my voice in the, well, like if I used both iPhone headphones, I couldn't really hear my voice. It would sound cancel too much. So I would really only use one so I could hear myself. It's really important when you're casting that you can hear yourself, and that's what this headset's really good for. It plays my microphone audio into my earphones with no delay. So that's why I have this now. Well, it's partially for that, partly because it's really good sound quality. It's exactly the same headsets that we use when we're casting tournaments, like Gfinity or anything else. It was the same as what I had at DreamHack, same as what I had at all the Insomnias I did. So it's good practice to get used to them. It does take a while to get used to. What's saved by Chacaron there? Using the outside of the post, and this is an open net for Speed. He's taking too long though. Not that he had much choice with how much boost he had. Chacaron having to run back because Friss has taken himself out of the game with a double commit. Ocelon smartly chooses not to get dunked on there. It's a good decision for sure. You see somebody coming in to dunk on you, don't hit it straight into them. Great pass by Friss to himself. It's a lot of smart plays. First by Ocelon not to get dunked on by Chacaron, and now by Friss to play a little 1-2 with the wall, just to set up a shot for himself. You notice that the ball was coming at him, and he would have had to doink that backwards to put a shot on target. So he just like does a little 90-degree touch to the wall, and then a 90-degree shot. Doesn't look like much, but it's a really, really smart play. And now Friss has found himself at the back of the goal. This is a consistent problem for the blue team. Not rotating into the net. They're getting tempted to go round the back of the goal and find that boost, which is hiding there. And that is leaving the net wide open for the orange team. The no delay thing is really important. Hearing your own voice repeated with an even small amount of delay is confusing. Yeah, absolutely. There's no delay with this headset. That's why I really like it. It's really, really good. Watching all videos, it's kind of funny to see how the stream has improved. Has it really? What's improved? Like, for me, it's been such a steady thing that I can't really tell you what's improved. It's just been very gradual, but obviously if you go back and watch my old videos, you can maybe see the differences. I don't tend to do that. I don't really watch my old videos, of course. So 2-1. This is the second time, I believe, that the orange team have been ahead in this series. Wait, maybe the third time. Did they score the first goal last game? They might have done. They really might have done. For the time being, the thing that Speed, Chakaron, and Frisk have could have stopped doing is stop going behind their goal when their net is wide open. This is not a safe place to be, although it does sometimes feel safe. Good play by Frisk off the back wall. Speed deciding to save his boost there. Makes a little lap around the back of the goal. Marbles later. Yeah. Camera quality, fun factor, commentary. The fun factor in the commentary. I'm glad that you think those have improved. That's awesome to hear. Camera quality. Really? The camera quality? Oh, I mean, in my old YouTube videos, we did have 720p 30 FPS for a while. Then we had 720p 60 FPS. And then we have 1080p 60 FPS. So that's improved. That's definitely gone up over time. I don't know what else we can do in that department, really. Except maybe if I... Like, sometimes when I record things, it's got slightly better. I like ability to not have frame drops, I guess. The Nissan Cup Noodles High Performance Overlay, the glory days. Is that what they used to be called? The Nissan Cup Noodles High Performance Overlay. I remember that, actually. Wow, that's a throwback. Nissan Cup Noodles. Oh yeah, that was season 1 of RLCS, wasn't it? I believe it was, at least. Grown a black hole in my head. Oh no, it's the black hole back. Yeah, it's just sometimes happens because I've got a light up there. And my face cam reflects it. Let me try and get rid of the black hole. Sorry about the black hole, boys. Ignore the shining light that appears through my chair as well. You have to just pretend that's not there. Chakaron gets beaten by Oslan. This is a momentary open net, but the goal has moved, Calyx. You can't rebound this one. The ball is way over the crossbar. Twitch bitrate doesn't allow proper. Yeah, it doesn't allow 1060 or 1080 60 FPS. Stream sometimes looks pixely. Yeah, like when the party time goal explosion happens, for example, the stream goes pixely because there's just too many things for the Twitch bitrate to encode. So that is definitely a problem. What do you reckon? Would that be better if I made the if I made it 900p or 720p? Because I know a lot of streamers stream in 720p 60 FPS just because they don't want that sort of pixelated effect to happen. What do you guys reckon? Is there a better quality setting that I'm not using? There might be. 900p 60 FPS could be the one. Saved by Frisk. Again, blue team making this difficult for themselves, using the back of their goal rather than the actual goal itself. I do think that this is going to be sort of bad habits for both of these teams. If they played too much of the stadium map, then they might get into bad habits like not using the back wall for defense. Yeah, to go back to 720 and 60 FPS, 1080 looked awful. Decreasing the snow overlay usage, which you don't approve. Yeah, that's true. How many subs do I have? Let's see. Subs 900, sub points 1125. Alright, we are going to game 5, by the way, boys. I know we've been a bit of we've not really been doing too much play-by-play here. We've just been watching a threes game and trying to see what happens on this map. But we are actually in game 5. And credit to Oslan, Calyx, and Godsmilla for coming back. It didn't look like they were going to pull this one off. But they have actually done it. And here we are. Scripted as always, says Speed. And he's not wrong. Didn't even have to pay them. 1080p still looks way better than 720p here. Is dribbling possible with this ball speed? Yes, it is. Definitely possible. This isn't the light ball setting. This is the 10th anniversary ball setting, which is somewhere in between light and normal. So you can dribble this ball. Flicking is definitely harder to control, and first touch is definitely hard to control as well.
Johnny, when do I ever catch a game on stream? You
No.
still flowers
Here
to
you go.
paint your nose green. Also, Lenny, put your sword to good use and break something on Johnny's stream already. Mwah mwah.
No,
Johnny,
please don't break
knows
something.
Mwah, bring me fairy versus scrub.
Listen, I don't want Lenny breaking anything for a start. And yeah, you've got a game on stream right now. So there you go. Good recovery unblocked by Calix, who is deliberately playing the hot shot, by the way. This is something he does like to do once in a while. None of it is still his main. So I saw him using the Batmobile pretty recently, but this is the hot shot yet again. Not sure how many wins he has in the hot shot, but he's the last player to really put a lot of time into it at the highest level, as far as I know. Any tournaments planned for later today? Nah, no tournaments later today, I'm afraid. Might do some GeoGuessr, because I got an insane score on GeoGuessr earlier today. You guys would have been amazed. Like, I without cheating, I got like 19,000, over 19,000 in GeoGuessr. What a pass by Uslan. Did Uslan just save that shot after passing perfectly to Calix? I'm not sure what it was. They kept that ball out the net. It was either Uslan or the upright. I hope for Uslan's sake it was the upright. But yeah, I was playing GeoGuessr earlier on, and one of the pictures had giant turtles in it, or giant tortoises. What are they called? Giant turtles, I think. And I was like, well, that's definitely the Galapagos Islands. And I got within like 36 kilometers of the actual location. I was like, yes. And then there was another one that had a sign to Budapest 13 miles this way. I was like, well, it's got to be near Budapest, so we were really close to that one as well. And then there was like two that I guessed. One of them was in Alabama, and I guessed that because there was American flags everywhere outside houses.
Fun and some good laughs.
And the other two were like North Dakota or something.
Plastic surgery on your nose. Seriously, get some help.
Listen, I'm saving up, okay? It's not cheap. Plastic surgery is not cheap. That's a double commit. Oh, unpunished double commit. Shakeron firing wide there. Big chance now. Huge block there by Frisk. Godsmilla's shot would have been unstoppable if he managed to pull that off. Speed with a technically open net, but it's a super tight angle. And now
Johnny,
2v1.
I was playing GeoGuessr and one of the pictures was of your nose, so I selected the whole world and got 0 kilometers away.
Oh my word, what a shot by Calix. That would have been boomer of the day if that had gone in. Listen. For anybody who doesn't know what GeoGuessr is, it's where you have to try and guess where in the world a certain place is based on like a Google Maps location. But they try to blur out signs and stuff like that to make it harder. Oh wow, what a redirect that is. That might be top corner. It is indeed top corner by Godsmilla. 1-0. Calix and Godsmilla connect with the most effortless top corner cross map shot you're ever going to see. That was ridiculous. Godsmilla hardly had to move. He just jumped and the ball ricocheted off him straight into the top shelf. This is turning into a real reverse sweep. 1 minute and 27 seconds. It's now Speed, Shakeron and Friss who are trying to make the comeback. It's a great pass actually by Friss. Shakeron was way over on the far side of the field. Speed looking to come out the blind spot, but it's actually him who comes out surprised. Pinch by Shakeron. Oh wow, what a pinch it is. The ball has flown one side of the pitch to the other many times today. That was definitely one of the most surprising ones. 57 seconds. Speed trying to hit Shakeron on the ground with this one. He's got to leave this for Friss, and he will, but Aslan in the goal and manages to find Godsmilla again. The passing out of defense with the 10th year anniversary ball is so powerful. I mean, long shots and counterattacks happen fairly often with defensive passing with a regular ball. Never mind this one. Friss up high. He's going to pass it down to Speed. Selfless play from Friss ties up the game. Shakeron off the actual goal, on the back of the goal. He lobs it up to Friss, who plays in Speed. That was a really nice team play by the blue team. Completely scripted series. We still don't have a scripted emote. We need to do that, don't we? You're going to get my editor on that. Long shot. Oh wow. Might have taken I don't think it took a deflection there because there was no notification of a deflection in the top right corner of the screen. But it would have flown if there was even the slightest touch by the orange team player. Speed is up very quick for this one, but not fast enough to beat Ostalon. And now Godsmilla has a chance at the end of the game. He's popped the ball off the wall. It's going to hit the crossbar again. This time it does stay in the air, but only for so long. And we're in overtime in the final day. Oh, we do have the scripted emote. Never mind. What am I talking about? I thought we forgot to make that one, but no, we do have it. It's just we've not had too many scripted series recently, so we've not seen the scripted emote, but there it is. I'm forgetful in my old age. Yeah. You're not wrong. I think it's because I do still have 2 emote slots left, and I haven't decided what to use them for. What do you guys want for the 2 final emote slots? I reckon we got 2. It's 2 or 3. What do you want emotes of? Apart from more emotes on my nose, which is probably what you're all going to say. Shakron wisely avoiding another dunk. But he does set up Godsmilla, who's stolen the show in Game 5.
Hey Johnny, has anyone ever lay you down and used you as a sundial?
Friss could have probably saved that one, but the accuracy from Godsmilla was on point, the power was on point, and the comeback is on point as well. 3 games in a row for Team Orange, and they have reverse swept the Pure Blue team. Alright, reverse sweep in the anniversary map. GG's, it's an interesting one, isn't it? We'll need to revisit that in the future with the regular Rocket League ball and see how it plays differently. Good luck in loser bracket, says Godsmilla.